The alien woman I saved turned to me and said, "The moment you saved me, you became my husband." The jungle moon of Orzix. 3 was never kind to human feet. My boots had sunk ankle-deep into the mossy, squelching underbrush more times than I could count. Every mission here smelled like damp air, ozone and moldy citrus. And this one was worse. I was the only survivor of Recon Unit Echo 7 after the Frector ambushed our transport. We'd been hired to assist in negotiations between 2 rival alien tribes, an odd job for soldiers, but the details didn't matter anymore. Everyone was dead, except her. The alien woman I'd carried through gunfire and flame. The one I found shackled in the back of a Frector warbeast's cage. She wasn't like any alien I'd seen before. Tall, yes, almost 7 feet, but elegant in a way that made the jungle itself seem clumsy. Her lavender-tinted skin shimmered faintly, and bioluminescent patterns swirled across her shoulders as if reacting to her emotions. Her eyes were gold-rimmed and heavy with sadness. I didn't ask who she was. I just knew I had to get her out. We fought our way through thick, predator-infested jungle. I'd taken a claw to the ribs, and a plasma burn grazed my shoulder. She never left my side. Never said a word. Not until I collapsed in a grove beneath a canopy of glowing blue leaves. She turned toward me, knelt and said softly, "The moment you saved me, you became my husband." I blinked, thinking it was the blood loss. "I'm sorry, what?" She tilted her head, her voice calm but firm. "It is the custom of my people. A life debt binds the soul. You took the blade meant for me. Now your scent is written in my breath. You are mine, human. My bondmate." Wait, I muttered. "You mean, forever?" Her lips curved upward. "Until the moons forget to rise." Her name was Niratiali. She belonged to a noble caste of the Zalari, an ancient race of bioempathic warriors who once ruled half this region of the stars. She'd been captured by the Frector after being betrayed by her cousin, who sold her out for control of their house. "You didn't have to save me," she said, her long fingers weaving a salve from crushed jungle herbs. "You could have left me behind." "Wasn't gonna happen," I grunted, grimacing as she smeared it on my side. "That cage wasn't right." Her eyes softened. "And now we are bound. Not even death may unmake what you have done." That part still tripped me up. I didn't feel married. I didn't even know if I liked her yet. But in her culture, saving a noblewoman in mortal peril meant more than gratitude. It was a sacred pledge. The kind of thing they wrote star epics about. I tried to explain the human concept of dating. She listened patiently, then said, "Your people prolong clarity with rituals of hesitation. We act." Hard to argue with that. The next few days were a blur of survival. Nira proved more than capable. Her claws cut through underbrush like machetes, and her empathic link with the jungle helped us avoid most predators. I built signal markers from scrap gear and tried to boost a distress signal. "Rescue might take days," I said, chewing stale rations. "Maybe weeks." "Then we have time," she replied. "For what?" She looked at me with that glowing gold stare and said, "To know each other." I wasn't sure what startled me more, how direct she was, or how much I wanted to. Over those long nights, huddled in makeshift shelters, something strange happened. I stopped seeing her as the alien I rescued and started seeing her as Nira. She was proud, yes, and intense, but also curious. When I taught her how to use my sidearm, she showed me how to shape her language into song. "Do humans always speak with such dissonance?" she teased after hearing my accent. "Do Zalari always talk like they're reading poetry?" Shot back. Her laugh echoed through the canopy like wind chimes. She told me about the twin sons of Zealer, where her people rode sky serpents between cliff cities. She asked what Earth looked like, and I described the Rockies, sunsets on a desert highway, and the time my younger brother lit our kitchen on fire trying to fry bacon. She didn't understand the humor at first, but when she did, she couldn't stop laughing. On the sixth night, as a storm raged around our shelter, she leaned against me, warm and calm. "You are different," she said. "Different how?" "Yes. Most humans fear us. They see the claws, the fangs, the legends. But you didn't flinch." I didn't have time to flinch. We were being shot at. "That's not what I mean." She turned her face to mine. "You saw me. Not a prisoner. Not a threat. Not a prize. Just me." The moment stretched. And that's when I knew. Somewhere between escaping death and sharing rations, I had fallen for her. "I said you're different," I murmured. "And I meant it." Her gaze deepened. "Then let it be real." And she kissed me, with alien fire and solemn purpose. We were found 3 days later. A Terran Union gunship had picked up my signal. The rescue team barely recognized me, covered in dirt, clothes torn, and with Nira at my side like a queen emerging from exile. Back on the station, everything moved fast. Debriefings, medical scans, a full diplomatic inquiry. The Union Council had to determine Nira's status. Was she a refugee? Royalty? A political liability? The Zalari delegation arrived with fanfare and demands. They bowed when she walked in. Her cousin, the traitor, was nowhere to be seen. Rumors said Nira's escape had stirred an uprising. When asked about her future, she turned to me before answering the council. "My future is with the human who freed me," she said boldly. "I invoke the right of binding." There was an awkward silence. Translator fumbled. "A marriage rite," she clarified. "Already sanctified by action." All eyes turned to me. "You don't have to accept it," my commanding officer whispered. "She's alien nobility. This is complicated." I looked at her, at Nira, and remembered the jungle. Her hand in mine. Her laughter. Her bravery. Her fierce devotion. "I already did," I said. The wedding was half diplomatic spectacle, half ancient ritual. Zalari music swirled like wind through crystal. I wore ceremonial armor crafted from jungle metals. Nira, radiant in a gown woven with starlight threads, recited vows that echoed across dimensions. She stood tall and proud beside me, and when she placed her forehead against mine, a sacred gesture of her people, I felt the bond between us thrum like a living star. Years later, people still ask me how it happened. "You married an alien noblewoman? Just like that?" "No, not just like that. We survived hell together. We found something real in the fire." And when she turned to me, eyes shining with truth, and said, "The moment you saved me, you became my husband," I realized that somehow I had always belonged to her, and she to me.